Hey everybody, here at Offtheline Performance with Mr. Grayson. He is working on a car you might recognize. So I'm here in Des Moines, Iowa once again. I was only here about a month ago-ish, I would say, and I was going to review this Subaru WRX, which had a really cool engine setup in it. Hybrid setup, different setup I've never done before, and made 800 wheel. And then something happened. Something really bad happened.
Really bad.
Really bad. It blew up. The car just blew up. I'm sorry I broke your car. Are you concerned?
No.
So while I was gone, Grayson and the guys here at Off the Line figured out what exactly happened, and it is a very easy thing to do. It's not one of those things where it was just random. It was premeditated in some ways, and it could have been stopped, but at the same time, things just happen. But first, we'll let you know what happened, and then second, we're gonna talk about Subarus in general and building Subarus, because Off the Line are some of the best Subaru builders in the country, and even they will tell you there are some things that I think a lot of people don't realize goes into it that you probably shouldn't do at home. Yeah. What exactly happened on the fateful day? What happened?
All right, so this owner, he brought the car to us to kind of leave it here for a while. Because we were having an open house party, and obviously it has our graphics all over it, so he was going to let us borrow it for a little while and display it. And then David told me that he was coming, so I was like, hey, let's do a video on this thing. We had previously asked the owner, we're like, hey, have you driven it? Like, does it run okay? And he goes, yep, runs fine. Foreshadowing.
I honestly think one of my favorite things or edits in the video is when I literally say in the beginning of the video, I say, my experiences with Subarus have been inconsistent, and then it's just like foreshadowing. Long story short, that's what happened. That's the main thing that happened. But there are other things as well. So first things first, you can't have a kink in your line like this.
No.
You cannot, because if you think about this, you're dealing with low displacement. You're also dealing with a lot of cylinder pressure. I mean, a lot in a boxer format. So you have to have the flow be essentially perfect. Second, the fuel pump had sat a long time. So that means the 85 might have gunked up or caked up in there, which made the fuel pump fail, which then leans out the motor, therefore it broke up. Well, it sounds cool breaking up. So I actually love driving Subarus. They're a ton of fun, just like how I love driving Mitsubishi Evos. I love them both. They're great cars, but they have their limits, which I have unfortunately found. Any professional shop will tell you that every platform has their limits, has their finicky things, and Subarus in particular, for example, how many places do you need to look at while timing a build Subaru?
It's like 6 or 7.
Also, here's another thing is, with the Boxer engine and the Subaru engines, what is the number one thing that you told me was, say you have a Subaru fail on you, and then you try to build it by yourself at home, what is the main thing? Is it the clearances, or what is it?
It's everything. So as soon as you take your stock motor and you break the case halves apart, right down the middle, because that's how you put internals into a Subaru, you split the block basically. As soon as you do that, all of your bearing tolerances go right out the window. And the block has to be align honed on a machine that I don't have. So there's 2 or 3 shops in the country that have that machine to do that correctly.
For this engine?
For this engine.
This engine.
So
it's not like an LS or something where you just throw it back together.
No, it's not like an LS or like a 4B11 or something like that where you can take it to your mom and pop machine shop and they can kind of get it done. It's not that simple. It has to be done by people that have been doing it for many years. And the people that we have out front, who does the majority of our engines, they've been doing it since like 1993 or 1994 or something like that.
To give you perspective, they build very high horsepower sand rails under heavy abuse. Like heavy abuse. Yeah, I just thought we could open this video by saying, these can be complicated. And I think a lot of people don't realize that when they go into it. It's one thing to take a low displacement 4-cylinder platform and build it at your house, like a Honda or something like that. Like you see a lot more success stories with that, because Honda is user friendly. B series are user friendly. K series are user friendly. When you start turning everything sideways and clearances are different, cylinder pressure is different, there's a lot that goes on.
One of my favorite explanations was from Jay at Real Street.
Yeah.
Right? He came over, we were having some issues with the car at Texas one year, and it was late at night, and I looked over at the Real Street booth, and I saw him kind of walking around, and he was kind enough to come over and look at the car and give us some insight, because Jay's, you know, one of the most...
A wizard.
Yeah, just incredible mind. And after he consoled us about, you know, all the issues that it could be, he said, there's 2 issues with this car. One of them, the car was yellow. And then he goes, the second one is the pistons go like this.
Yeah. Let's take a head gasket, for example, which was the main issue of what happened due to leaning out and overheating.
Yep.
So you're putting this all back together. Is there anything that's super vital or super tricky that people could mess up on their own?
Torquing the heads down. That's a big thing, especially with this block. This has 1/2-inch head studs, so we torque the block to, depending on how much power we're trying to make with the car, anywhere from 100 to 120 foot-pounds. So it's a lot for 6 studs. That's a lot.
Yeah, to distribute all that.
Yeah. We didn't open the block. We didn't take the heads apart. We just hot swapped the head gaskets.
Unlike what we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Which is literally tearing the block down, and that's where things get really tricky.
Yep. So anytime a block has to be remachined or it needs to have internals put in it, it gets put in a box and gets sent out to out front.
Got it. And for perspective, again, they know what they're doing. Okay? Like in the video when it broke, everyone was like, oh my God, why would I go to a shop where a car breaks? I'm like, you have not been around modified cars long enough, one. It's like when you go to a dyno day. When does a dyno day ever go perfect? Almost never. But the thing is they built the RSTI that I reviewed, and that thing ran like a freaking champ.
Told you 20 minutes ago, as soon as you push these cars over 700, the engine becomes a wear item.
It's
a service item after that.
Here they come, Grayson. They're coming for you.
Yeah.
Keyboards. What's the easiest way to change spark plugs on a Subaru?
Okay, so remove as much as you can. No, for real, like remove the battery, remove the washer tank. This one's okay, it'll be all right. But just create as much space as you can. And then I use the tool that I had in my hand like 3 minutes ago that I don't know where it is. This guy right here. I use a spark plug socket, and then rather than put an extension, because if you put an extension on, then you can't get it back out.
Oh, I didn't think about it because not enough leverage, right?
Yep. So now you have to put a socket over your socket so that it slips off. That's the way that I do it.
Here comes David comparing a boxer motor to a Coyote or an LS right now.
These
Update.
are soaked in fuel.
Absolutely soaked.
So, and we weren't even cranking on it today, so that means there's a fair bit of fuel in there. So I'm going to try to get a blowgun down on the cylinder or something like that.
Yeah. Dustin, last time we hung out, we were in this car getting towed by a tow strap.
Yep. Hopefully not again. Let's crank it.
Yep.
Crank it.
Good. That one was 170. 170.
So let's hope there's not a 0 again.
Oh God, we had a 0 one time.
No way.
0. Yep. Like
that piston didn't even exist.
Yeah.
It would like flicker, but that was it.
He did it, and then we were like, all right, well, 0. And then went back to, we were like, we should just double check. Sure enough, 0.
Was like, do it again.
It was
0.
Literally just, it's fine. So
all right, Grayson, what am I doing?
I'm checking the coils for spark. So basically checking the harness and the coils at once. Good.
Okay, this is what I got my college degree for, turning a key.
Yeah.
Put it on tape.
There's no tape, son.
Yeah.
It's the digital age.
I'm gonna post this on the YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, are we doing this?
Yes.
Crank it.
Yes.
All right, jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Yeah. Wait. First, Justin, touch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have to touch it.
Yeah, touch it.
Because Justin always.
If Justin touches it, it works.
I'm gonna boop it.
I fought a transmission for like 2 hours. Justin came over. Done.
That's 4, but it's done in the
Yeah, that was sweet.
I barely
That
cranked
was
it too. I only did a half a turn real quick.
Yeah, there's a lot of fuel in there. Go ahead, do it again.
Wants to.
Yeah.
I took my blowgun and blew out the cylinder, so hopefully it helped. Try it again. Try it again.
It's doing something.
Keep going.
Okay, Justin's gonna give it a little bit of throttle.
Yep.
Do you have a trickle charger with a startup mode? Yeah, plug that baby in. Optimism is key.
Go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
Alright, now we're back.
Wait. That was so close. Right, so clutch down, floor all the way down.
Yep.
Let's see what it does.
Oh!
That's the closest it's gotten yet.
Do it
Come
again.
That means it's just full of fuel.
Yeah, do it again. Just keep it floored.
Now it's just the ejector.
Yep. Okay. Now crank it a little bit and then floor it. Do that again.
I think we're almost there.
Yeah, it's full of fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking loaded.
Really close.
almost.
It's loaded full of fuel. Jesus.
Wake up! Wake up! Put a little makeup. I want to. Let me film you!
Why you no run?
Let me film you!
Alright, hold on. Let me feel the starter. It might be getting a little hot.
So, at the end of the day, kind of unfulfilling, but it's okay. What's the problem, Grayson?
I think there's something electrically wrong because it has everything that it needs to run. It has spark, it has fuel,
Has everything,
and it has 170 psi of compression. So
which is crazy.
a lot.
It's a lot. It's enough.
It's enough for it to idle.
It's enough. Yeah, and it won't turn on, and I guarantee you, as soon as my plane's wheels take off from Iowa, I'm gonna get a text off that crappy Delta Wi-Fi,
Yep.
and it'll be like, hey, it started. Turn around, ask the pilot, turn around.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Ice Cream Cruise is only in a couple months, so I'll probably fly out for that,
Yep.
and hopefully we'll get this there.
We get a redemption.
Maybe we can get a redemption. We tried.
Try.
You tried real hard today. You did a lot of work.
And yesterday.
And yesterday.
I mean, this thing wasn't together last week.
Yeah.
We assembled.
I called him last week, and he was like, I think I can get it back together. So at least give Grayson it off the line the credit of getting to this point, because
tried.
the motor wasn't even in the car basically at one point. So, oh well. Once again, lesson learned: don't build these cars at home. I think it's a good, easy thing to say. And yes, your buddy magically made 1,200 horsepower and daily drives it every single day. I know. On that note, make sure to check out Offtheline Performance, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. If you guys like these videos and want to support my channel, make sure to head over to PattersonCarCare.com. It is my original formula detail brand that makes life so easy washing your car. Everything from cleaning your wheels in just around a minute, or any other product that is just as easy to use. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.